More than 3 decades after releasing their monumental debut album, Slowly We Rot, 1989, Florida death metal giants Obituary are still standing tall as one of the most solid pillars in the global extreme music scene. While many of their peers have slowed down, experimented with other genres, or even chosen to retire, Obituary did the opposite. They released material that got heavier, groovier, and more aggressive. In several in-depth interviews with outlets like blabbermouth.net, Tape-Op Magazine, Invisible Orange, and other media, each conducted in different places and at different times during the promo run for the album Dying of Everything, we've compiled some statements from vocalist John Tardy and drummer Donald Tardy below. They talked about the story behind the creative process of making Dying of Everything, January 2023, which is being called their most powerful work to date, and about their unbreakable emotional bond with their fanbase. Factor 1. How to write the most powerful riff formula. For Obituary, writing a new album isn't about reinventing the wheel or chasing overly clean, overproduced modern trends. The secret to the strength of this new album comes down to simplicity and their dedication to classic death metal groove. Donald Tardy explained how they approached the songwriting this time. We never sit in the studio and think, okay, we need to write a complicated song at 200 BPM. That's not Obituary. Our strength is in the groove, in the heaviness of the beat that makes your head automatically start nodding. On this album, we let Trevor Perez, our rhythm guitarist, unleash the dirtiest, heaviest riffs he's ever written. We just wanted this album to feel like a sledgehammer to the face from the very first second. The album was recorded at their own studio, Red Room Studio in Tampa, Florida. Being in their own environment with no outside producer deadlines gave them complete freedom to perfect every song arrangement. The result is an album that sounds organic and raw, but with massive energy. One of the elements that got this album labeled the most powerful is the quality of John Tardy's vocals. Even though he's not young anymore, John's raspy screams and signature growls actually sound more powerful and angrier than ever. Here are a few other things that support the quality of this album. Self-produced. Decades of experience taught them exactly how to balance Trevor Perez's guitar tone using the legendary Proco Rat pedal with Donald's dynamic drumming. Guitar solo exploration. Ken Andrews, the lead guitarist, was given more room to lay down sharp melodies that contrast with the heaviness of the main riffs. Solid, crushing bass. Terry Butler, formerly of Death and 6 Feet Under, delivered a super thick bass foundation that ties the whole thing together into one solid unit. Factor 2. Our fans have never let us down. The second part of Obituary's success and longevity comes down to their unique relationship with metalheads. At a time when the music industry has gone through a massive digital shift, Obituary fans have stayed loyal. They still buy physical releases, show up to concerts, and tear up the mosh pit. John Tardy reflected on the fans' dedication with a lot of gratitude. We've been touring the world for over 30 years, and one thing has always stayed the same: the energy from the fans. They've never let us down. Whether we're playing a huge European festival in front of 80,000 people or an intimate club in South America, the intensity from the crowd is always the same. They give us 100% of their energy, so we give 100% of ours on stage. One thing Obituary has pointed out over the last few years is the new generation of fans showing up at their shows. Donald Tardy noted that these days, the front row isn't just filled with metal veterans in their 40s and up. It's also full of teenagers who just discovered the beauty of 90s-era death metal. Metal fans are one of the few communities that still value vinyl records, CDs, and original band t-shirts as a real way to show support. Having the younger generation at shows gives Obituary a fresh shot of adrenaline. It pushes the band to keep delivering full-force performances without looking tired. Obituary aren't just a nostalgia band surviving off their big name from the past. They stay relevant because they respect their own musical roots, and because they have so much respect for the people who made it possible for them to survive. The fans. With this powerful new album and a packed world tour schedule, Obituary are proving they're not ready to give up the throne as the kings of Florida death metal. As long as Trevor Perez's guitar is still roaring and fans are still ready to start a mosh pit, Obituary will keep going, no compromises.